What does it feel like? It feels like a featherless bird walking in a scorching desert, or more like an angel walking in a maze looking for his last tarnished wings. An angel walking slowly, feeling the branches blocking all of his ways, forcing him to move back at times, to crouch at other times, often to go back from where he came from. A thick haze blocking his vision, yet he still tried to follow his gut and move wherever his heart commands. A lonely, scared heart, longing for freedom, longing for completion. The angel feels broken, or rather incomplete without his sad wings. A fallen angel indeed, whose past isn't so neat, sparkling and broken. Longing for more, longing for completion, longing for any sense of meaning. An angel devoid of his being, deprived of the desires of his art, and with each step more feathers fall out of his body, revealing naked, black, stripped skin, reflecting past sins and mixtures of heavenly and earthly doings, deep scars and snow-white flesh. As the feathers fall, a spirit is revealed, a body of black and white shades, a soul intertwined with spiky thorns, a vulnerable soul visibly exhausted, exhausted from not being as clean as the feathers underneath which is as clean as the feathers underneath which it is hidden, neither as monochromatic as the skin it lies under, nor as beautiful as other souls would appear to be. A soul frowned upon in the world of spirits, tarnished, glowing in black, torn at places and intact at others, bleeding tears here and there, and wailing screams of agony right at the chest. The angel still walks on in the maze. Trapped inside his own mind, there probably exists no way out, doomed to feel his feet bleeding as he walks on the thorns, deemed deserving of feeling the skin detached from his cheek as these very thorns cut through his face, meant to carry the big black ball on his chest the whole time. Could he sit for a minute and let the body decay? Could he sit for a moment and embrace his star-black soul? But what does it feel like for him? Probably trapped in a cage with hands coming out of his chest, trying so hard to break through the metal, invisible wings applying pressure to the trap, forces emerging out of him to break free, in vain, probably suffocating in the sad cage as he grows older and as the enclosure gets smaller, as his heavenly lungs so hardly grasp for chunks of air, and as he watches his being decompose into that of a mortal, as he witnesses all the hands, still trying hard to break through, turn to rust. Or maybe drowning in the river of the forgotten city, where no spirit dares to wander, sinking deeper and deeper, trying so hard not to inhale the water, but obviously failing miserably. Water filling his nose, lungs, stomach, and his every being, a false friend cradling him and closing his eyes, preparing him to sleep, singing him the lullaby of death, and promising him some rest after all of the efforts in vain. Or perhaps like a traveler walking miles by foot in a big barren desert, looking for a source, a few tiny droplets to quench his thirst, but who sees nothing but awfully real mirages, giving him false hope that yes, this is definitely it. He is finally allowed to rest, to drink, to feel like himself again. A barren desert, taking up all of his spirit, killing every fiber in his being. Or maybe he just feels like a mortal whose innocence had been stolen from him. Maybe he just feels like a victim. Maybe he feels like he's in a big city, yet wherever he walks, wherever he goes, he'll always feel out of place, like something is missing. Maybe he just feels lost, and is unable to see hope. Maybe he's afraid. Maybe he's afraid, or maybe he's afraid. It is indeed scary if I were to say so. Maybe he just feels mortal, and that it's alright to feel so. Maybe, just maybe he feels human, and that it's not alright not to feel so. Maybe he'll find other fallen angels, and maybe he'll repent. Maybe. Perhaps he will remember his divinity and embrace his individualism. Possibly he will embrace his humanhood and accept his powerlessness. It could be that he'll accept his undying perseverance and make it out of this maze, sparkling and broken, black and white, tarnished and wingless. Maybe he's everything that everyone is, and maybe he'll make it out of there safe. He'll make it out of there feeling himself again.